What is up, people? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to sell your Instagram accounts. Please excuse my humble abode. I am currently traveling in Dubai. All these things that I talk about on my YouTube account enables me to live this life of travel, not working, and making the money from the old phone and the computer. So if that sort of thing interests you, smash the subscribe button. I don't normally ask at the start of the video, but hey, why not? Welcome. If you're from the video where I talked about how to buy an Instagram account, welcome back. You're new, welcome. Hopefully my face isn't too irritating and you can stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to be going over exactly how you can sell your Instagram accounts without any sort of scams or anything like that. So it's really important that you watch the video right to the end because it's really easy to get scammed. If someone knows what they're doing and you don't really know what you're doing, it's super easy to get scammed. I've been scammed in the past, so I highly recommend that you watch this video right to the end. Enough jibber jabber, let's get straight to the video. So you want to sell your Instagram account, maybe you've been working super hard on it and it's about time you got that paycheck.
Show me the money.
Maybe you followed my first video, bought an Instagram account, you've been grinding hard for a year or 6 months, and now you've got about 100,000 followers and it's time for you to sell and secure that bag. Or maybe you're just a little bit bored of your Instagram, you can't be bothered to run them anymore, and you want to sell them and you want to get that money that you deserve. Well, you're in the right place. So first off, big shout out to Zach Costell, who's asked me to make a video explaining exactly how you can sell your Instagram account. I wanted to make a little series, so any questions you have about social media marketing, personal finance, anything you have, smash them in the comment section below, and I'm going to respond to the best questions with a video. So I'm really looking forward to the questions that you might have for me. The first section is what your account is worth and how do you increase the value. The second is how do you find a buyer, and the third one is how do you do a safe transaction, which is the most important. So if you want to sell your account, maybe your account has died recently or you just haven't been showing it the love that it needs and you're not getting the engagement or anything like that, and now you think it's time to sell it. I 100% recommend that you start to try and increase that engagement because really it's gonna massively increase the amount of money that your Instagram's worth if it's got a really high engagement rate. If your engagement rate is terrible and you're getting almost no likes or very low amount of likes, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell it because people who want to buy your accounts are people who either want to run advertisements on them or they want to use the followers to gain insights for their audience. They want to sell shoutouts and make a monthly income from it. What you need is you need an engaged audience for that. So if you don't have that currently, what I highly recommend is that you follow some of my growth tip videos that I'll link to right here. But right now, what I can suggest for you is you get onto Instagram and you use the Reels feature. Now I've been talking about this loads, but basically what this is going to do is it's going to give you a supercharged engagement boost. For the next, let's say a month, you start posting about 5 Reels a day. This is really going to turn your account around, and trust me, you're going to get back to the levels that you had before. So post 5 Reels a day for the next month, and trust me, you'll have an engagement rate that is going to be worthy of a sale. Another way to quickly increase your engagement rate is start engaging with accounts as much as you can, sending them comments, sending them DMs, things like that, because they're going to send it back. That's going to show up on your analytics section. That's going to be enough proof for you to show that your account has real engagements. So one thing that I can't stress enough is if you have like a dead account, there's no point in trying to sell it now. You're going to sell this dead account for maybe $50, maybe $100 when really it's worth $1,000. No one's going to buy a dead account. So I really recommend that you follow those tips. Here's another video that you can use to really boost the engagement. Probably 5x the amount of money you can make if the engagement is happening. So you've got your account, it's got engagement, you're ready to sell it for whatever reason it is. How do you find the perfect buyer? Okay, so there's a few different ways you can find buyers, one of which is Facebook and Telegram group for buying and selling. But the thing is about these is they're mostly made up of people who make a living out of buying and selling. All they do is buy and sell, so they're going to want to buy off you for the cheapest possible price. That's like me. If you ask me to buy one of your accounts, I'm going to buy it with the outlook that I'm going to resell it. So what you want to do is you want to sell your accounts to people who genuinely want the accounts. There's a few ways you can find them. So one is on your actual Instagram page, you can post a story and you can say, hey, I'm selling my account, please send me DM. 2, you can message other bigger accounts in your same niche and ask them if they want to buy you out. Now this is something that happens to me a lot of the time. Smaller accounts message me and then they ask me if I want to buy their accounts. But again, you're going to get a lower offer here than if you were to sell it to someone who genuinely wants it. And then another way is putting it on a website like FameSwap. This isn't going to get you the best results. The best results are going to come from your DMs and you can discuss exactly how much it's worth. The thing that I highly recommend when you post these stories or you post these listings is don't put the price that you're looking for on the listing or the story post or wherever it is that you're posting the account. Try and leave it up to people sending you offers. That way you can gauge exactly how much your account's worth. It's really difficult to put a price tag exactly on each individual Instagram account without seeing it because there's so many different factors. Engagement levels, your niche that you're in, how much each post is worth for your account determines how much your account's worth. The way I look at it is you can sell your account for about the 6 month to 12 month revenue that you can generate from the account. So if you make $1,000 a month from your account, then you can sell it between $6,000 and $10,000. Incredible amount of money, especially if you bought the account for like $250, which we talked about in the buying the Instagram video. So you've decided you want to sell your account, you found a buyer, you agreed on a price. Now, how do we do a safe transaction? So there's a few different methods that people talk about online. You can sign agreements and you can do all of that sort of stuff. Signing agreements is definitely part of it, but there's so many scammers out there. So what you need to do is you need to have a relationship with the person that you're selling to. Now, this could be back and forth on DMs. This can be calling on the phone, you know, a Zoom conversation or a Skype conversation, or even on just, you know, a regular telephone. Talk to them, get to know the person. Like I have relationships with a lot of the people that I buy and sell accounts from. That way you know they're not scam artists. But to ensure that they're not, one way that you can do is you can only accept payments on PayPal through friends and family. You have to make sure that they send the money through friends and family. That way they can't scam you at the end of the day. They can't like turn around and say, oh, they didn't receive it or whatever, because PayPal just doesn't care. It's friends and family. They must send it friends and family, not goods and services. Another way is just bank transfer. There's nothing they can do about a bank transfer if they're trying to scam you. I guarantee you a scam artist will not send you a bank transfer, and they will not send PayPal friends and family. That's a great way to determine whether or not someone is a scam artist. But if you do have a relationship with them and they're a little bit wary of you, which happens to me all the time, there's a service that I use called escrow.com. I'll put it up here. On here, basically what you do is you sign up, you make an account, you then write up an agreement that both you and the buyer will agree to, and then you have a third party representative from escrow that actually is CC'd in on your emails in which you send the account data, they respond back saying they've logged into the account. It's all documented in the process within escrow. And then basically what escrow does is they hold the money for you until both parties agree the transaction has been completed, and then they transfer the money. So it's very safe for you. Now, another little option you can do is you can use a middleman. Now, a lot of middlemen are found on Telegram or Instagram or things like that, which is basically you find a person who you both trust. You give the account details to the person that you trust. He gives the money to the person that they trust. They exchange through that. The middleman takes a fee. It's very hard to actually find a middleman that you trust, so I can be your middleman. I'm more than happy for that. If you want to send me a DM on Instagram, you know where I am, so you can find me if I end up scamming you, which I'm not gonna. That's just an example of a lot of people use middlemen, and you can find them all over the internet. Maybe you can find a middleman that one of your friends has used or something like that. So just to recap before we end, make sure that your Instagram page has really high engagement and it's ready for sale. You want to find a good, trustworthy buyer directly on Instagram or through a Facebook group or something like that. You want to do a safe, trusted transaction through escrow.com, through PayPal, friends and family, not goods and services, or you want to find yourself a middleman. And that's it. That's the whole transaction process. I really hope that you do this safely. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below if I've missed anything out or you have any other questions that you want me to answer. I would love to make a whole series where I answer all of your questions. So do make sure that you leave me a comment. And if you enjoyed this content and I gave you a little bit of value, smash that follow button. And if you did, I'll see you in the next video.